Welcome to the April 2025 Hero Studio card kit of the month called Terrarium. Let's jump in and take a closer look at all that's included in this month's kit. First up, we have the Terrarium stamp set. This is a 6x8 clear stamp set filled with beautiful detailed images perfect for building a lush terrarium scene. There's also 16 coordinating dies that die cut out all of the images as well as all the sentiments included in this clear set. Included in the set is this large stamp that creates the base for your terrarium, and then there's a bunch of additional images that you can use to add to your scene. The set also has 6 wonderful sentiments that really pair beautifully with all the images in this set. Also included in the April card kit is this amazing die set. This is the Terrarium Fancy die set. There are 20 dies in this large die set. Use the Terrarium dies to build a base for your stamped images from the stamp set, and also use the additional dies in this set to actually build a terrarium scene completely out of die cuts. There's basically images for everything you need here: soil, grass, a bunch of leaves, moss. There's even mushrooms and flowers, a tree stump, rocks, and last but certainly not least, a beautiful butterfly to kind of complete your little scene. There's also a paper pack included in this card kit. You get 9 half sheets, so 5.5 by 8.5, of beautiful colored cardstocks, great to use with those fancy dies. There's also 3 A2 panels of acetate, great for creating shaker cards with the terrarium set. And then last but not least, you have this set of clear enamel dots, perfect for those water dots or dewdrops on your leaves. Now that we've finished looking at everything that's included in the April card kit, let's create a card. I have an A2 panel here, so 4.25 by 5.5 of rainforest cardstock. That is one of the sheets included in the paper pack for the card kit. I then grabbed that large terrarium scene from the clear set, centered it over the panel, and then picked it up with my Misty. I'm now going to stamp this in a tone-on-tone kind of ink. I have Hero Arts Moss ink here. I'm just going to ink up that stamp and stamp it onto the panel. This creates a beautiful, subtle background for our scene. After that background's created, I'm now going to stamp a couple images. I've grabbed that adorable little frog and that tree stump from that beautiful clear stamp set. I'm going to ink them up in Hero Arts Intensified Black ink and stamp them onto some white cardstock. The Hero Arts Intensified Black ink is a alcohol marker friendly ink, which is great because I'm now going to color these images in with my Copics. The colors I'm using are on screen so you can follow along. I started by coloring his stomach, and I did that very quickly with some light grays. Now moving on to his skin, starting with my lightest shade first, which I always do. In this case, it's Y00. Then I'm moving on to my medium, which is Y15, coloring about 2/3 in. And then I'll finish with YR23, coloring kind of that bottom third, where I would think would be the darkest. Then I'll go back through my colors, so that's the medium, and then my light, to just kind of blend out the transition. So I have a nice smooth gradation over that frog. Now we're moving on to our greens for the leaf here, starting with YG63, and then my dark, which is YG67. After I finish with that, I'll go back to my light shade and simply blend it out so I have a smooth gradation. I'm now going to use those same 2 inks, or same 2 Copic markers, to color this moss on this tree stump. Started with my light, then moved on to my dark, and after I finish coloring the dark, I'll then again blend it out back with my light, which again was YG63. Now that I finished my greens, we're going to now move on to the stump itself, starting with the top with a couple of tans, which is E30 and E31. After I finish the top, I'll grab 2 browns and I will color the bark here on this tree stump. Now that I'm finished coloring my images out, I'm going to die cut them out using the coordinating dies. So I grab the matching dies, line them up, use a couple pieces of tape to hold them in place. Then I will run that through my die cutting machine. After I've cut those out, I can go ahead and set those aside, and we will move on to some die cuts with the fancy dies. So here's that amazing fancy die set included in the card kit. I've grabbed the dies for some leaves, one of the fern pieces, and the grass. I went ahead and die cut them out of the fern cardstock, which is also included in that paper pack for the card kit. Then I grabbed some cardstock. This is fawn cardstock, also included in that paper pack for the card kit. I die cut it out with that soil die included in the Terrarium die set, and now I'm ready to ink blend these die cuts to add a little bit more dimension. Starting with that ground layer, I'm going to ink blend with a little bit of sand along the bottom to create a little gradation. Now that I finished with the ground layer, I'm going to ink blend the fern, the grass, and the two leaves with this Forever Green core ink from Hero Arts. Ink blending the bottom of the grass first, and then I'll move on to the leaves, starting with that big leaf there, ink blending the top of that, and then I'll actually ink blend at the top of the stem just to kind of create a little look of shadow so that it looks like that leaf is overhanging that stem a little bit. Repeat that for the smaller leaf, and then I will ink blend that fern. With all the ink blending done on my die cuts, I'm ready to kind of add a backing to this soil. I'm going to line it up here, or place it down on top of, rather, this truffle cardstock. Again, this is included in the paper pack. Trace around it with my pencil. Once I've traced around it, then I will grab my scissors and cut that out, and that will just be adhered to the back. You could inlay instead if you wanted to. I could have die cut this truffle cardstock out with that same soil die and then inlaid the little rocks, but I thought this was actually a little bit easier. So now that I've cut that out, I'm going to adhere those together. So just add a little bit of liquid glue to the back side of that die cut, and then place it on the darker brown cardstock, and that will add color to all the little rock openings. Now we're going to move on to our sentiment. I have a little bit of black cardstock in my Misty here. I've added some anti-static powder, grabbed a sentiment from the clear stamp set, stamped it in unicorn white pigment ink, and then dipped it into some white embossing powder. Now I'll simply heat set that, grab the coordinating die, and die cut it out, and we'll have a sentiment ready to go. And that will actually be the last part that we have to get ready to before we assemble. So now we have all these pieces ready. It's time to assemble. I'm going to start by adhering that background panel to a A2 top folding white card base. Then I'll add a little bit of liquid glue to the top of the soil, and then I'll adhere the grass to the top of that soil layer. Now that the grass is adhered, we're going to move on to kind of figure out where we want our images to go, starting with the stump. I kind of figured out where I wanted it to rest, and that will help me to now know where to color, because I want to actually color in the white outline on these die cuts. I think this will just help so it blends in a little bit more seamlessly. I'm coloring the bottom portion of this die cut with a darker green that matches the grass, and then the upper portion I'm coloring with a lighter green so it kind of blends in with the colored cardstock that we used for the background. And you can see here that white border is completely gone, and the tree stump kind of fits a little bit better with everything, with the die cuts and the background and everything. I'm going to do the same thing for the little frog here, figure out where he's going to sit on that tree stump. So now I know where the bark is going to be, where the bottom of the tree is going to be. So that's why I'm coloring. I colored the little sides brown and the bottom of him with that light tan so it matches the top of the tree stump, and then I'll finish up by coloring the rest of him with that lighter green. And you can see here I'm going around the sides of the die cut too with my markers. That takes away that little bit of white that you might see on the side of the paper, just that because of the thickness of the paper you can see a little bit of white, so I just colored the sides as well. So now that my die cuts my images are all colored, I'm going to add a little bit, I'm actually going to just glue everything together. So I start by gluing the stump to the grass and then the little frog to the stump. And then we'll arrange our leaves and fern. Once we get those in place, I'll grab a piece of press and seal, pick everything up, and then I'll start adding some foam adhesive to the backside of the die cuts. That way they're popped up and they have a little bit of dimension. I removed the backing on that foam adhesive, placed it on my card front, and then I'm going to finish by placing my sentiment down. I did add some black foam adhesive to the backside of my sentiment, and I just added that to the card front to complete the card. Hold up to the camera so you can get a good look. I really love how this card turned out. I love the idea of using that beautiful terrarium stamp as a background and then mixing the stamped images with the die cuts. Hope you guys enjoyed this card. Thank you so much for joining, and we can't wait to see your creations.